Right, we are back. Back in the room, in the office. Okay, so
All of his co-workers were gone.
it's
What
the
could
same
it mean?
thing again, yeah?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right. Oh, there's a door open there, but how do we get through there? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, yeah. Last time I done left, and obviously it ended up... And I went up the stairs, so there's another option. We could go down the stairs. Or if we just get to do exactly what we did last time, but press no on the button. I'm thinking, will that just be the end of the game because you've just turned off the machine and you've freed everybody and that'll be it? Will I die again? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. Oh, why did I do it? I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, the broom closet's open, yeah?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh,
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
So
no
why...
reason to still be here.
Why could I open it though, mate? Yeah, why? Why have you put this in here? Oh! Yeah, here we go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh! Downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
We're going round in circles. We're
And
going
as
round in
Stanley pondered this,
circles.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why were doors closed automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
What have I done? I'm just going around in circles.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, floating.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Yes.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Mate, please hurry up, please, because I can't do this anymore. I'm just going round in circles.
People in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, He knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Oh.
that this was in fact a dream.
Oh.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh.
the fresh air of a world outside this
The
one.
hand on his Corey.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I
That's all he
want my
wants.
apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Oh, I'm gonna go to
I
sleep now.
am
While he's talking.
okay.
Talking me to sleep. No. Still in the same place.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
How
And although she would
inconvenient.
soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know
What's
what is
going
real
on?
and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it
Mate,
was
I have
only
no
a
time for
moment
this.
that
What
she
is
stood
going
there,
on?
staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Ran. She didn't run. Is that it? Oh, you made me run around in circles for so long. Right, so don't go down the stairs. Yeah? Don't go down the stairs.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. I feel like I should get as far as I got last time. And then just press no and see what happens. See if I go any further. And if I die...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might... Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Tugging, mate. Oh, whoa! It's a perfect tug room, mate. Look, it's got tape and tools and stuff. You can have all sorts of tugs in here. Look, they've got them pliers. Yes. Right, okay, so we'll go up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, is it rich? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Yes! I don't know what's going on. Extreme bathrooms. That is extreme. We love extreme sports. That is some extreme sports have happened on here. Curry nights and that. Nothing happens in this room. Oh, but they've left the door open this time. Oh. No, they haven't. Ah. I'm going up. We're going up, boys. It's like mate's story. I thought we was already at the top. Boss's top floor and that. Oh no. What have I done? This is just going to keep going like this now, isn't it? What have I done? No, no. What have I done? What the fuck? Right, no, let's just carry on. Let's carry on.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You talk too much, mate. I can't talk because you're talking.
Healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yeah. Oh. I was in my boss's room, screaming in the broom cupboard.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
mate, I was about to
Stanley
lay
calmly
some
walked forward into the opened passageway.
What's happened? Oh. Let me go down there, don't we? Is it only ways down? Yeah. Maybe we can push up. So yeah, I'm still quite unsure of what the hell is going on in this game. I clearly have to make the right choice.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do we want to go in there? Or do we want to escape? The door's going to close behind me if I go through it, isn't it?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. I believe this narrator as well.
Of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
I know if I go down now, I'm going to die, and I'm going to die. I'll listen to you, mate. I'll listen to you. Lights on, baby.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
This is the
Did
ultimate
he have the strength
tug
to
room.
find out?
Look how much porn you could get on in here at once. Oh! Ultimate Tug Town. Look, there we go.
The monitors jumped to life.
Right, where is it? I saw Pirate yesterday.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And
I'll switch back to the numbers.
One
of the ones at the top said Pirate.
Where freedom meant nothing.
No, that one's got nothing. Top right up there, look, up the top. Nothing. Pirate, look, right at the top. Pirate, oh, it's gone. So is that an actual pirate or pirate channel? That one's got something missing at the top there, look. Oh, you need fired, mate. You got fired.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
What number am
reason
I?
he was happy with
247.
his boring job? That his
427.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Where are we? There. Right, 427.
No.
No!
He refused to believe it.
I refuse,
He couldn't
mate.
accept it. His
I
own life
refuse.
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
Unthinkable.
Was it even possible?
Impossible.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
But I can't see nothing. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Doors
Happy
closed.
or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Wow. This is where Luke and Darth Vader fought. Wow. Yeah, nothing does nothing. Right, okay, so yesterday we pressed yes and we died. That's what happens. So today we're going to press no. Off. Yesterday we pressed on, today we're going to press off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Was it over?
No. I'm going to be back in that office, aren't I?
Yes.
Oh,
He had won.
I've won the game.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
What is this
What
opening the
other
door,
mysteries
yeah?
did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
I can move,
Whatever
yeah?
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Is that it, yeah? What's going to happen?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley...
I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting to end up back in that little office. It's coming, isn't it? This is what is about to happen. Oh, beat the game! You're joking. Oh, tell what? 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 I don't understand. So I beat the game, but I'm still in the game.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What the
What could it
fuck?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a door open there. There's got to be other choices we can. Have we even been through the right door? We haven't. Right, let's go. That's it. That's next.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
Give me a
worth the
soda.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did he now? No, he didn't. Yes.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We're somewhere else. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. But you're dead. Or are you?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Of course.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
What's for this
She's
black
been
door?
waiting.
You're gonna fuck me, aren't you? Oh no. Oh no. This man and his little voice.
That's her, Stanley.
What the
You
fuck?
need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another...
Oh. 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Yeah, you make that bread. Make me a sandwich with that bread.
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Is this
They
you,
want
yeah?
to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Why would my flat number be the same as my work desk? Whatever it is, cubicle.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Press square on your controller. Oh, what happens?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press triangle.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Oh,
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Chosen this life. Nah, I press circle, bitch. I press square. I press triangle. See, it's not going to continue until I press it, is it?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
I do.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Yes.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Oh,
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
oh
The
no.
thought excited him.
Oh, this is all just another waste of time until I end up back. Spend time with the boys. Yes.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
What's it gonna do?
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
It's
he
just
began to fill
turning
it with
the
many
room into
possible
an office.
paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down
Mate.
another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, yeah, baby. Tell your kids a story?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again,
Mate, I'm
over and
going
over,
crazy.
wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Mate, who
But there
made
is
this
no
game?
answer.
Who made
How
this
could there
game?
possibly
Who
be?
made it? Look, now I
In
can't
reality,
get
all
out.
he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
Where's
That
my
as long as
mannequin
he
gone? Where's
remains
my
here,
buddy?
he's slowly killing himself. But
I
he won't
hate
listen to me.
Mondays.
He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Alright. No, wait.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
You
How
told
can I
me
tell
not
him
to
in a
push
way
the
that he'll
button, so I
understand
thought I'm
that
going to
every
not do
second
what
he
you say.
remains here, he's
Do what the screen
electing to
says.
kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question
I
nothing.
suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh, mate. What? So what options have we got left? Where have we been?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could
Stanley
it
decided to go
mean?
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, right. I know. I'm gonna go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep. Let's admire
Wow.
that. Beautiful.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
See, last time we went straight through, didn't we? Into the warehouse. I'm gonna go through it this time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yes, this is a better option for us, wasn't it?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yeah.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Oh no!
left.
Oh,
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
this game. It's gonna do it to me.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Why are you doing this to me?
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, is it? Is it? Oh,
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
I've been here.
Okay. We just have to get back to,
Pirate.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh my gosh.